A poem that is emblematic of who I am right now. I am not a huge fan of poetry per se, but sometimes it's the only thing that works. I love the word poetry, though. Its weight, its rondure, its smooth, cool surfaces like a chocolate truffle, filled with jagged edges, shrieks of rage, sorrow and blood and madness, and beauty to still your soul and break your heart. No, not a fan so much. But when it works, there is nothing else like it in the world. I'm not a poet, but I'd like to be. I want to be. Too afraid to look into those dark and dangerous places where truth and madness romp and fight. What happens when you rip that Band-Aid off and find there's no wound there after all? Faker! I take up space. I'm here. I am. A simple shell? A golem with no soul? I wish that I had words like swords or sculptor's hands to cut or mold. How do I go deeper if there is no deeper to go? The closer I get to a thing that's important, the dizzier I become, as if my brain was made of glass and I can't seem to stop myself from sliding down the other side, sometimes wobbling on my feet, but usually it's just tits over tea kettle. Self-motivation. Pardon the creaky couch while I readjust my stance. Once the kitty has been fed, do not crawl back into bed. Sleep will grab you by the head if you crawl back into bed once the kitty has been fed. Do not slide back in the sack once the cat has had his snack. Oh, your morning will be hacked if you slide back in the sack once the cat has had his snack. Now the morning is half gone and the kitty has moved on to the windowsill upon which the kitty has moved on, with the morning now half gone. There's a lot of work to do. Time's a-wastin', little shoe. Sleep won't win this daytime coup. Time's a-wastin', little shoe. There's lots of work to do. We'll get up and don our clothes. We'll have some breakfast and transpose bed for polysonic prose. After breakfast and our clothes, instead of bed. Now here I goes. The year I was born, 4 men sat at a lunch counter. A 6-year-old girl was escorted to school, and the ancient President Eisenhower signed into law the Civil Rights Act of 1960. John F. Kennedy won the presidential election, the youngest winner ever, bar none, at age 43. He'd 3 more years to live. A birth control pill was made available to the public for the very first time, and the Vietnam War was not declared, although 3,500 troops are told they'll be sent overseas just in case. 15 years and 587,000 casualties later, Who here has heard about the protests and lives lost at home? 4 dead in Ohio. The 18th census of the United States was taken, and the first star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame placed, and the first 50-star flag debuts after the admission of Hawaii into the Union the previous year, and Marshall Space Center for NASA in segregated Alabama is dedicated. 2 or 3 states away, depending how you go. Colored computers at Langley Research calculated how to safely send a white man into orbit. Artists build on previous art. It's partly how we keep the past alive and relevant, while also drawing from it to make something new. Why doesn't history do the same? Why this refusal to look back, learn, and apply? It's not ancient history, although treated as such. It's only my lifetime. It's the observation of how silent the bed is at O Dark 30. Eloquent, crashing silence, exchanging my sneezes for the guy downstairs snoring. The cold bed. The flat bed. The empty bed will once in a while remind me unforgivingly that even the sound of your breath used to be company, and now, instead, there is all the silence I could ever want at O Dark 30, surrounding train whistles, traffic, muffled gunshots, each a bit louder now. Bubbles of sound, sharper, because your breath is silent now. Your body colder than my toes, even when I'm lying in this cold and silent bed, colder than my heart, against your will. In these newly morning hours, it is not my tears that show again your loss. It's your silence. Look, I can fall down all I need, but I can't fall apart. Down implies up. Explicitly. That's just universal balance. You all throw out your hands, life preservers, and pull. And then up we go, Josephine, flying up to land on our feet, ready to try again. Falling apart means the magic smoke has escaped and life has fled. Poetic Suite I tossed off waiting for class to start, February 7th, 2018, inspired by Morgan Parker's Black Woman with Chicken. What language breathes behind glass lips? What words are formed? What weight defines them? How does glass give birth to magic? Glass lips, lip gloss, gloss of skin, skinny girl, girl lips, lips, birth, birth, death, dead again. The sparkle of glass lips, a visual that doesn't go away, which stays, burning hard in my brain, makes me smile and hurts my eyes just a bit. Words are the Legos of poesy. Glass lips speak, but can they kiss? Sparkle without heart is just cold sand.